What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. In today's video we're going to talk about AMC, GME as well as the broader market. So today AMC was again down for another 6.33%. The current price is around $13.76. I haven't seen this kind of a low in AMC for a long time, and we have a very strong resistance around this price range. Just recently when we had the first interest rate hike, it was around $12.70, and when the interest rate hike was done, we had a upward momentum coming into AMC as well as GME, and it went over almost 100% as it touched down to $12. Now we are having the earnings of AMC on Monday, and that could be interesting. I'm pretty sure it's going to be a beat, but what we have seen so far after the earnings, what happens in AMC, there is a severe downtrend that comes in. Usually what happens, if a company is having a beat into their earnings, the stocks start rising up. But in AMC it's completely the opposite, because the retail is having a big momentum behind this stock. If there is any kind of a good news that coming in AMC, the stock starts going up, and then the market makers start shorting it because they don't want to create any kind of a hype towards AMC anymore in the stock market, as well as GME. Now when we have a look over the volume, the average volume is around 49.35 million, but today's volume was definitely a bit higher than the everyday volume. Today it was around 33.03 million. Everybody's excited for the next week, so do I. Now let's come over to the GME. GME was down for 3.72% for the day. It had a high of $120.56. The average volume is around 4.15 million, but today's volume was around 1.79 million. So we are not having any kind of news that is coming out of GME so far. But I know one thing for sure: if there is any news that is coming out of GME, if Ryan Cohen says something regarding the stock or the company on Twitter, this thing can send GME to the unimaginable numbers. Now we are having that stock splits happening in GME as well very soon, and we might experience a upward momentum coming both in AMC as well as GME. Now let's come over to the SPY. The SPY was down for 0.60% for the day. It had a high of $414.80. Now what did I saw throughout the day, that SPY was making an attempt to break, and it was chopped down back to the low levels, but there was no significant downtrend that came in which indicate that we are experiencing a major crash. It was just a regular downtrend, and then every time it goes down, the SPY try to breaks out towards the upside, which was a very good sign for the overall broader market, that still the market is not giving up. The market is trying its level best to keep up, but we are pretty sure that we're going to experience a significant downtrend in the overall broader market, as well as the real estate market, as well as the Bitcoin. Nothing will be saved. Everything will go down to hell. Now we are having some news that is coming out of Russia. Now Vladimir Putin is getting aggressive regarding Ukraine. He was saying he's going to do something very aggressive on the May 9th. That's what we know so far. We don't have the details of what he's going to do, but we don't have anything positive that's coming out of Russia right now. We just have to wait and see how this is going to play out, but it doesn't seem to be like coming in favor of the stock market. Yes, if you are trading back and forth, it's a good way to make money, because this kind of a volatility is very good for making money in a very short duration of time. But you just have to be right in which direction you are betting. Now let's come over to the options flow for the AMC. Now I've increased the premium to max and see exactly what the whales are doing. Now whale was buying a put option that was a $140 put option. It's going to expire in 69 days, and this individual is paying $189,000 for it. Now when I bring down the premium and see what exactly the retail is doing, now there was quite a bit of change of momentum that came in AMC, because we are having the earnings next week on a Monday. There were a lot of call buying that was happening in AMC, but there are still a lot of put buyers as well, those who are expecting that the AMC will keep going down further. But today there is a big change in sentiment towards the stock. We can see the call side is 46%, put side is 54%. Now this thing was around 70 to 60% in the put side and 40 to 30% on the call side, but things have changed significantly from yesterday. Now when I bring down the premium a slight bit more and see what exactly the small retail is doing, they are also onto the upside. You can see there were a lot of call buying that's happening. That's a $30 call option these individuals are buying, and they are buying a 6 days expiration. They're buying quite a bit of contracts, and they are all betting that the AMC is going to go up from here onwards. Now there were this $12 call option that was this retails for buying. It's going to expire in 41 days. Now playing earnings on AMC, I know how this is going to end up. Even if we had a beat, the stock price is going to go up, but then the market maker will start chopping it down, until the market is going to get open the next day. The prices will go down than the previous day. Now let's come over to the options flow for the GME. Now I've increased the premium to max and see what exactly the whales are doing. Majority of the whales are onto the upside, but there was nothing majorly suspicious that was coming out of the options flow that somebody is betting towards one downside or one upside. Now when I bring down the premium and see what exactly the whales are doing, I can see there are many whales were betting quite a lot of $100 put option. These were like 27 days expiration. They are all betting that the GME will keep going down from here onwards. You can see it for yourself, this kind of a downtrend that we experience today, and still there are a lot of individuals those who are betting that the GME will keep going down from here onwards. This $100 put option that came in a line, they are very confident that the GME will keep going down from here onwards. You can see there were a lot of $100 put option that came in with 27 days expiration, same strike price, same expiration. They are all betting that the GME is going to keep going down from here onwards. Though the current price of GME is around $114.97, but still they are betting that the GME is going to keep going down from here onwards. Now, when we have a look at the put to call ratio, you can see for yourself 84% is on the put side. The premium is very heavy, it's 86.5%, and the call side is very low on the volume. Put side volume is very heavy. So it indicates that a lot of individuals are betting that the GME will keep going down from here onwards. But we know that what happens when there is an imbalance in the put to call ratio, these market makers, they sell the put options retail, and then they run the price up a slight bit so that those put options that they have sold, that can go out of money and they can make a premium out of it. Now let's come over to the options flow for the SPY. Now I have increased the premium to max, and I can see there was something unbelievable that was coming in today. These individuals are betting a huge amount of money, and they are betting that the SPY will keep going down from here onwards. Now there was this $23.1 million bet that came in with 500 put option and 41 days into expiration. And there was another one, $23 million. These are 2,500 contracts, same. It's a $500 put option, is going to expire in 41 days. There was this another one, $480 put option, is going to expire in 587 days, and that's $20.8 million. That's a lot of money that's being betted that the SPY will keep going down from here onwards. But there was another thing that I saw when I bring down the premium and see what exactly the mini whales are doing. The option flow has changed completely. There were like 50% on the call side. We haven't seen this kind of flow coming into the options for a very long time in this SPY. 50% was the put, 50% for the call. Usually what it is like, there was like 70 to 80 to 90% on the put side, and very small amount of retail or the mini whales are betting that this SPY will go up. But today the things have changed completely. Though the premium is still heavier on the put side, the volume is very strong on the put side, but the put to call ratio has changed quite a bit. There were a lot of call buying today that was happening in this SPY. There were this $295 call option that was coming in with the same expiration 146 days, and they are bidding $1.64 million with way too much confidence that this SPY will keep going up from here onwards. But when I look at the majority of the option flow, yes, it was on to the downside, but there were a lot of call buying today happening in the SPY. Now we just have to wait and see how this is going to play out. Next week seems to be like very major. Now we are having some news coming out of Russia. We don't know what's going to happen next week, but Putin is supposed to announce something big on the May 9th, and we just have to be careful with what's going to happen. Hope so you like my video. Please like and subscribe my channel, and I'm going to see you in the next one. Cheers.